I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. So you said you played AD carry, basically Xayah only, yes?
Yes, Xayah, just because I really like the champion. I'm gonna be honest, I already played just one champion, my case Aatrox, because I can really just stick to one champion only. I don't really need more, and if I have one champion that is really fun for me, then I already have much more motivation to play and improve.
I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. Okay, so tell me, how do you carry a game on Xayah? Strengths, weaknesses, how do you do it?
Me as a person or with the champion itself?
Let's say you have a good friend, he started to play League of Legends, he actually played for 3 years, but he played only support, and now he plays Xayah. He knows very well the champion, but he doesn't know how to carry. And you want to help him, he's an iron player, he asks you, oh, hey Gergard, how do you play, how do you carry with this champ? What do you tell him?
I'd say Xayah's biggest strength is her all-in potential and her follow-up on CCs. So, and her scaling is really, really good. She's a very good late-game AD carry. But in the lane, when you have like a supporter like Melio or Lulu, something that doesn't really have a great amount of CC, you may struggle a lot, but you can give up some CS, it's fine, as long as you stay kinda healthy, don't die, and look for opportunities with your team.
What are her strengths as a champ?
Scaling, survivability, CC.
Okay. What are her weaknesses?
She doesn't have a lot of range, so she gets outranged. She can be bullied a lot in lane.
Okay. Okay. So she can be bullied in lane. She doesn't have a lot of range, especially before level 6. You can easily get CC'd as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So how do you play this specific lane?
I think like Caitlyn Nami. Okay, it's Emilio. He's not that strong in lane, but because Xayah is so much more better in an all-in than Caitlyn and Nami, we still definitely win in an all-in. So I like try to have as much HP as possible all the time, and gave up some CS for that to preserve my HP and looked for all-in opportunities.
Okay. So you're saying that you want to play the lane to not lose?
Yeah, basically.
Perfect. Are there lanes that you want to play to win?
When I think of that, I'm mainly think about the enemy AD carry, and lanes I wanna play to win are like definitely Smolder. With Jinx, it depends on the enemy support, and Kog'Maw, I'd say, like these, and Vayne. Yeah, Vayne too. I'd say these are like the lady carries where I really watch out to get a lead in lane, and with the other ones I play to not lose. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so the first thing is there is like one problem. So for example, how do you consider a Vayne in matchup?
I'd say Vayne is weaker early game in an all-in against me, but she's a much better duelist in general, so I can't really 1v1 her because she can just tumble out of my feathers. Like if I don't do some cheesy E-flash, then she probably wins a duel if we're even after 6.
Okay, I see. Alright, so the first mistake that we're doing right now. So usually, again, the matchup can dictate a lot of the laning phase. Do you think Xayah beats Twitch early on? Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Xayah.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against. By a lot, slightly, what do you think?
I'd say slightly. With Twitch, I'd say if my support's like an engaged support and their support is an enchanter, then we should win lane quite easily. But aside from that, if we have both the same, let's say, type of supports, I think we are pretty even.
I see. So what is the easiest matchup for Xayah?
I'd say when we just look at the lane, I feel like I really do feel like the Vayne matchup is one of the easiest.
Okay. So this is basically what I'm saying, is that if, let's say, you're comparing these champs like Vayne and Xayah and you're saying that I want to play to win, it's not always correct. So it depends a lot about exactly who you have with you, because this lane you play to not lose. It doesn't matter the AD carry matchup. What matters is both of the lanes. Yuumi in the early game, she's a 2, very useless. Xayah in the early game, she's 6, maybe to 7. Vayne in the early game, she's not bad, she doesn't have wave clear, but she can tumble in, so she's kind of the same like Xayah. The problem is Nautilus is a 9. So AD carries are the same, support is a lot more aggressive, you play the lane to not lose. But it can be completely the opposite, as you said, that if you have, like, this is a skill matchup, you can play to win. But a lot depends on your support. So the AD carry department doesn't matter that much. Look, Xayah is 6 to 7 in the lane phase, not weak, not bad. Leona is definitely strong in the lane phase, 8 to 9. The problem is that 8 to 9 is also Senna, because she has a lot of poke and range, and Caitlyn is like a 9 to 10. So it's not like it's impossible to win this lane, but you play to not lose. But you see, I'm comparing both of the champions, and I'm making kind of like an average from a scale from 0 to 10, how strong are they in the early game, like here. Because you can also play, let's say, Seraphim, like a 7 early on. She has poke, she has range, but she's not like a, you know, a Zyra or Vel'Koz or Xerath. Xayah, pretty good, but not the best. Worse than Draven, Caitlyn, other champions. Smolder is like a 3, so pretty weak. Renata is like a 4. Both AD carries and support are stronger. This means you play to win. You see, that's how you decide. Here, Caitlyn a 9, Morgana a 9, Lulu a 7, Xayah 7, you play to not lose. Draven a 9, Nautilus a 9, Xayah a 7, Lulu a 7, you play to not lose. Jinx, Xayah, she has more range. You guys have the same damage, but she has more range, so she has an 8 in the early game. You have a 7, so she's slightly stronger, but it's playable. And Leona is a 9, Lulu is a 7. So they have a slight edge, but it's still winnable. The thing is, you have to figure it out. Is it a lane that I need to play to not lose? Or is it the lane where I have to play to win? So you were very correct right here, Gerhard, with how you said, I want to play to conserve HP. Because realistically, against Nami and Caitlyn, that's what you have to do. So this is very good that you actually have this plan. In terms of the runes, I see you taking Massively Barrier, which is the best summoner spell in the game right now. The problem is that there are also situations, a lot of situations, where you're going to see challenger players going cleanse. Something that you're not really doing at the moment. Again, it's not the best. Like, look here, Caitlyn, Sana don't get cleansed, and then okay, you can say maybe I need against Sejuani. I don't think so. If you have very bad positioning, maybe you get ulted by Sejuani, but I wouldn't go cleanse here. Here, Renata Smolder, you don't need cleanse. You could take cleanse against Ari, but again, you shouldn't get caught by Ari with Xayah ulti. They do have Poppy though, so they have Ari and Poppy. Okay, so this becomes a bit more problematic. You can take cleanse here, but the easiest way to take cleanse, boom, Morgana Caitlyn. This is a no-brainer. If they hit the Q before 6, you're dead. Definitely cleanse. This one, Notress Draven cleanse doesn't help you in the lane, but they have Veigar, E, and Poppy. I would also consider taking cleanse. This one, they have Leona in the lane. I would take cleanse, let alone the fact that they have Lux. Briar, you can also cleanse the Q, but Lux Q is annoying, and the Pantheon W, but mainly for the Leona. Same thing here, look. Trash Hook, you can cleanse, and they also have Sejuani. Definitely cleanse here. That's why you're going to see a lot of challenger players. They go heal, they like heal, barrier, but as you can see, if they need cleanse, they take cleanse. Runes. Okay, so you go flat every game?
Yeah, every game.
And you go Alacrity?
Yeah.
You like Alacrity? No reason?
Yeah, I experimented a lot with the runes when the changes hit, and the reason I went for Alacrity is because I feel like by taking Alacrity, I have so much more kill pressure in lane, even in lanes which aren't that favored to me, especially when I'm playing barrier as well.
So you're saying it's a preference. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, of course, right here, from a like objective point of view, like usually you'll never see someone getting that, just because look, your W gives you 35% attack speed. And that Alacrity gives you what, 3 to 6% early on, which is not even half a dagger. And it gives you at level 5, level 6, which is already kind of late. So this is why if you're going to do some research, you're not going to see many people doing. So it's objectively better to go Bloodline. But again, if you're in a winning lane, it's not bad to get Alacrity if you like it. Like look, he plays against a Blitzcrank and he has Elise jungle. Easy peasy. He plays aggressive. So it's a preference. I wouldn't personally get it, but it's not bad. Okay.
Okay, so you'd say in a lane where I know I'll win, I should go. I can go Alacrity, and in others, especially where it's hard for me to play, I should consider Bloodline.
Yes. So in general, if I have an engaged support, I can win really hard. Or if they have an engaged support, and I know if it's gonna be a fist fight, like I'm gonna Alacrity. Otherwise, Bloodline is just always better, especially with Enchanter, safe, chill, late game scaling. Okay, personally, I would probably go Bloodline every game because if you have the W, which is 35% attack speed, it's more than enough. But if you want to use this thinking, if I have an engaged Alacrity, if they have an engaged Alacrity, or if you're gonna be playing a fight lane, you get Alacrity, that's fine. That's not a problem. Challenger players will also think about the jungle. Diana full clear with the Fiddlesticks full clear. It's kind of like safe. But if you had like Elise jungle against Lee Sin or Nidalee, or like a very fast clear gang kind of jungle, or you have like that, sure. Challenger players do that. For you, preference. Do whatever you want. Runes are not that important as long as you're not getting like per level HP or like other things. But yeah, cleanse I would definitely consider getting in the situations where you have to. Okay, you're not leashing here. Did you communicate to your jungle?
No, I did not.
So you usually don't like to leash, or what? What's the idea here?
In this matchup, I thought like I really wanna get level 2 first, and I should try to not get pushed in. I'd say I leash in about 75% of my games. It really depends on the lane, but
so it depends. You're basically saying, yeah, I see.
Depends, but I'd say I'd rather not leash at all personally.
For sure.
But in Platinum, the junglers really get pissed off when you don't leash them.
Yes, for sure. Okay, that sounds good. I mean, in lanes where you need it, like let's say, look at this. you play against Caitlyn Senna, and you have a melee support. If you can get the push here so you can get level 2, it's going to be much easier. With a Seraphim, so they have a strong matchup, you're going to get poked, ask to not leash. You have a Seraphim and you want to poke, you want to bully, you can ask to not leash. So you also can do it from the perspective, man, can we not leash please? We're going to lose this lane. But you can also do it from a perspective of, man, can we not leash? We can win the lane farther if we don't. So two situations right there. And yes, I would always ask the jungle, like, hey man, is it okay if we don't leash? We're gonna win the lane if we don't. Like, I would never just go to the lane because he's gonna feel ignored. You rely on him. Wouldn't like recommend you to ignore your teammates. But yeah, if you communicate in lanes where you can't play the lane if you leash, that's just the best. That's just the best that you can think about. Okay. Perfect. So you're not leashing. That's good. You could go longs or 3 potions against a Nami Caitlyn, but the meta right now is just longs. This is very, very good. He also gives you 100 HP. You play against Garen, Fiddlesticks, some all-in champions, so HP is good. Let's see how you play. So what we want to see right here, Gerhard, is very simple. You push, you play to get the wave pushed in, hit the minions like a psycho. You don't care about staying here and slow pushing. You don't care about poking them. You don't care about hitting them. Caitlyn has significantly more range, more sustain, more damage than you in the early game. You have a Melio that will usually just play for scaling. Nami against Melio is doable. Caitlyn against Xayah is unplayable. So she has like a 9 early game champ, you have like a 6. And then supports are the same, 8 versus 8. Melio has good shield, good poke, good sustain. Nami has good shield, good poke, good sustain. So supports are the same, but you lose in the early game AD carry department. So here you're pushing, which is very good. I would also use the Q on the minions and I'll try to push pretty hard. This is a lane where the thinking of I want to push but I don't want to crash the lane shouldn't be applied. Because if you do what you did here, which is like pushing a little bit and now you're walking up on them and you try like this, you're backing, you Q, that's good. You avoid them, so you're pushing. They poke you a bit, and then now you try to go on the Caitlyn. This is bad. This is bad. You should avoid to do this, even if you have level 2, because they are so much stronger than you that any poke you do on them is useless. They have the W of Nami. They have a stronger AD carry in the early game. Melio is not an AD carry that has any synergy with Xayah. Melio is not an AD carry that can poke them. So you should just focus on pushing. That's all. Yes, if you had a Xayah, Zerat, Belkos, Karma, someone that has his useful poke, it's good to poke them. It's good to walk up this with a different support. But guess what? You only have a Melio. So every trade that you take, you see this? This, what we see right now on your screen, is because what you did. You try to trade. You try to play to win. Yes, that doesn't mean you never trade. You can trade back or you can take like free trades. But that means usually you're just playing. Because now look what happens. You just had to get the push. And if you have the push, you have anything else. You can't win this lane. You don't out-sustain them and they will just zone you forever. So this right here, this is already bad. You played very well early one. Very well. You get the push. You try to avoid them. You try to, space on them. Very good. I like this one. You're like backing off, queuing that minion, pushing. This is how you should play the whole lane. Conserve your HP, like you said. This is not a lane that is winnable. There are lanes that are, I play to not lose, but I want to punish them. But there are lanes that I play to not lose, but only trade back. I'm not actively looking to do anything. And this will depend on your support. As I said, with a Zerat, you can level 2 poke this guy because Zerat will help you. With a Karma or like a useful support. With Melio is more about like shielding you and just playing safe mainly. So you can't win this lane. So this was very good so far. Very good so far. This, if you walk up here, you stay max range, you QE and you run and you focus back to push the wave, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
That's absolutely fine. But this kind of thinking of, oh, but let me auto attack them because I'm level 2, let's just abuse, let me move in. Not really. Not really. Like here, let me just move in because, I can trade. Well, don't need to play for trade. Q the wave, keep pushing. Yes, okay, if you get QE, like max range trades, that's fine. But you're not actively looking to pull like this. Is not good. This is not good. Because now you're just going to lose. If the Caitlyn is going to Q you, look at your HP right now. And look at her HP. And it's gonna become worse. Remember, they have healing. You don't have much healing. You have with Milio, but it doesn't feel like he gets W. So this was the main mistake in the early game. We tried to trade much, but this is gonna be an amazing session. There are so many mistakes in this game. We're gonna see very soon. Wave is coming into you. Okay, this one was not a bad trade. Like, Wave is coming into you, Caitlyn is in the brush, and you go for a trade. Caitlyn is away, and you dodge this. This was a very good trade. I don't like that you didn't QE instantly here, so you can like chunk, especially because Milio shielded you soon. You try to go on the Caitlyn. You try to trade back. This is not bad. Wave is coming into you. We have information about the Fiddlesticks. Not bad. This was fine. Let's see how you farm in the tower. 1, 2, close. Okay, missed. 3, pretty much strange. Nice E. Okay, so we're gonna be in trouble right here. We're gonna be in trouble. Gonna get pushed in. So this is what you needed to avoid. You getting pushed in. This is why I said keep your HP, push like a psycho. And yes, in 99% of the cases, you don't need to push too hard. You need to slow push. When you get the push, you needed to do what you did, which is poke, go on them. But guess what? You play the 1% situation lane that is unplayable. You can't play. It's like playing Xayah Yuumi into Caitlyn Morgana. It doesn't matter how hard you push. Just push so they don't get it. Because if they get it, it's over. And yeah, as I said, if you have like a support that is able to poke, it's different. You can poke, but you don't have Milio. Milio doesn't do much. Okay, what is he going to do? Q them? That's not what he really plays for. KKA Maxim, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you're gonna do. It's a cannon wave. You're gonna play slow. You should use your potions because right now you're gonna be very killable. And you should use your potion when you actually become like, I wouldn't use potion now. I wouldn't like want to waste it. I wouldn't use potion now. Like, you should use potion when you feel like there is a kill threat. So now there is not a kill threat. If they hit bubble, they don't kill you. Okay, not now. Okay, now, potion, because the next bubble, if Caitlyn is in range to put a trap and they have ignite,
yeah,
you might be in trouble. So you'll see challenger players, bronze players, they use potion when they're like healthy. That's stupid. You only have one potion. Don't do that. So you should use your potion when you're half HP or simply when they have kill threat. Like if this is a blitzcrank Draven lane, you should use the potion when you're like 60%. But since it's a Caitlyn Nami, I mean the kill threat is what? Cube Nami into W to the trap or like them poking you. So I would use the potion when I'm this HP, like which is 35% to 40%. Usually it's at 50%, but a challenger player, if you ask him when to use the potion in lane, he will tell you, I will think about the enemy matchup. I will think about how much all-in potential they have or how much damage they can do. And then I will use the potion when I'm in kill threat. Again, against a blitzcrank Draven, I will use it here because I get hook, I'm dead. I don't want to be with this HP now. But against Caitlyn, Nami, you can use the potion now. So you see, this is how you basically have to think about the game with the potions and the decision making and everything. It's very complex and you have to think about more things. And I'm going to show you why this is going to make a big difference in your gameplay.
I knew I shouldn't use the potion too early, but I didn't consider thinking of like, what do they have? What can kill me?
I see.
That's interesting.
I see. Okay, so now you just chilled. Okay, that's fine. Okay, nice try to trade. This is a good punish. I mean, you have a lot of minions. This is really, really good. And just trying to punish. Like, okay, I'm not going to let this guy walk up on me. Okay, sure. I mean, if you had the potion, it's going to be a bit different. You also use your barrier. Pretty... You know, when you use your barrier, it's gotta be for a lot of damage. I don't know if you watch my... there is one video when I show Pays. When I show Pays, like, let me see if I can show you. I think it's one of this. Okay, not this one. I think it's this one. Okay, I think it's this one maybe. Okay, this one, look. So this is Pays. Maybe you heard of Genji or, you know, like...
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is one of the best AD carries in the world, maybe top 5. So now you can see that he's walking up and he's using the barrier very early. But early as in, when you use your barrier, it's very important to consider that your barrier is not like heal. It's it's only lasting for 2 seconds and a half. So if you're using it now and you're getting damage in a second, you might actually miss the whole duration of the barrier, because the barrier is 2 seconds and a half, and let's say it shields you for 300 HP. So you gotta make sure you use it exactly when you're getting damage. So now what Pace does here is very simple. So he's walking up, he wants to go for a trade, and now he has the crit of the Jhin, and he uses the barrier. Did you see that? He used the barrier for that. But he uses exactly when the big damage comes. So now he has a big HP lead right now. So this is Pace. The thing is, what you did here with the barrier is kind of what I call a panic barrier. Like you woke up, and here, that's when you use the barrier. On that crit, is that it?
Hotshot comes.
Exactly. Or maybe like the crit, but now you're like, oh, I'm going to use barrier. Okay, for what? Because it's not like a heal, like you try to heal before. No, you gotta use it against something. What does it mean? Against trap, crit, Q of the K, like something that you know is gonna do a lot of damage. Let's see. Okay, this is fine. And now we're gonna be in a bit of trouble, but I mean, that was a good trade. I saw you playing aggressive as well. Very, very, very good. And now, yeah, try to like punish a little bit. You can't really get the all-in. Nami doesn't like allow you. So now we're just gonna play it very chill. You're gonna walk up, try to all in them, try to E, root them, beautiful movement, right? She flash, she panic flash, and then Diana is going to get the guy, steal the kill. You tried, and now you push. I mean, nice. This is good. I mean, I wouldn't push when Diana is here. I'll let her leave, and then I'll push after. There's no reason to share XP. But this is what I call a master tier mistake. It's like in Emerald, it's not really gonna matter much. So you push. And after you push right here, okay, so you push, so we need to push and we need to recall, right?
Yeah.
But why do we need to recall here?
Low HP, and we don't really know where the enemy jungler is.
But why do you need the... So if you had full HP here, you'd stay? He's saying low HP.
Probably not, because we still need to spend our gold.
Exactly. So that's the main reason why you want to go for the recall, because you want to spend your gold. But why do you push this? What's the reason? This is good, but what's the reason?
I thought like, okay, I need to get the wave in, so
True.
I don't lose CS or they freeze.
True.
Because if I just leave this wave as it is, the next one then arrives and I basically lose a full wave.
True.
If I'm not mistaken.
Perfect. Good. So you're trying to push this wave to crush. Okay, right now the problem is that you're not really pinging your support about what you want to do. Like here, after I get the skill, I would immediately ping ding ding the push ping. And I'll try to like let him to auto attack. He actually tried to help you, but as you can see at some point he left. He could have like auto attacked this minion. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you're really taking a look at the minimap right now, what do you see here?
Yeah, the next wave already arrives, and I already noticed that.
Exactly. So now you need to like right now. Let's take a look at this. So you killed Caitlyn 509, and now Nami recall. Like right now we don't know where is Nami. So Nami recall 509, 518. You push. Okay, Nami is right here. She didn't recall. And 9, so 509 was the Caitlyn. Now it's 539. It takes 30 seconds for a Caitlyn to get from base to the lane, 26 to 27 with the movement speed in base because she died, so she has extra movement speed. So she should be in the lane right now. So now they can actually freeze and then actually get you out of the lane and even stop your recall because look at the HP. So right here, you should be more communicative with your support, and you should like tell him that like now after you get the skill, tell him that you're like looking to push, like ping 1 time or 2 times, and then the moment when you see, oh shit, I'm fucked, ping, push, 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 because you need to know, because he doesn't know these things. He's Emerald player. Usually supports are not have much knowledge until like Grandmaster with the waves and stuff like that. So now you need to communicate, bro, I need your help. I'm screwed. What am I gonna do? Leave the wave like this? You have decent vision in Tribush, so you have to grid here. You have to push. And now, what are you gonna try? You're gonna try to push. You do not need to push this. You just need to push this and the cannon. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, but if this wave is like 5 minions plus 7 minions right here, that's 11 minions against 3. I mean, you don't need to get this. It's anyways going to crush. So this is good. Okay, you tried. And now you should do what here?
Just leave. So
True.
back ice up.
Perfect. Let me see. Ooh, do you remember what was the KDA? KDA of this game? It was with the Nami. Is it still in your match history? Okay, maybe.
I don't remember.
Okay, yes, no problem. So right now, what should you be doing right now? You're saying you should leave, but what should you do after?
After?
Like you leave to do what? To word, to go on the river, to recall, like what do you leave for?
I should probably recall
Why?
as soon as possible.
True, but why?
Low HP.
Low HP.
I have 1.4k gold.
True. You also have low mana right here. But the problem is that teammates are fighting on the river, so what are you gonna do? Just ignore them though. That's the problem.
I thought like, okay, if they fight now and lose, maybe I could make a difference.
Okay, true. The thing is, when you're going to join for a fight, like we need to already know that right here, Caitlyn is really close to the lane. She has a big wave into the tower. And we need to know that if she's right, like in 3 seconds, she's going to be in lane. If you fight there, and let's say it takes 10 seconds, and Caitlyn is going to push, or even worse, follow, you're screwed because you either need to stay with 1 HP in the tower or recall and she gets a lot of plates. So you're already in a situation when it's like, oof, I want to recall. But at the same time, if they are fighting, you need to be like, okay, maybe I can make a difference. So I can consider moving, but at the same time, difference with what? With 70 mana on Xayah, 300 HP, 360 HP, you're gonna do 40 damage on auto attack. So if you stay there like 5 seconds, you're gonna do like 200 damage, but they are gonna kill you like a long before you can do even 200 damage.
Yeah,
So,
I'll already tell you that's exactly what
I know. So here, you could feel forced, oh, but I need to follow the river. Sure, you should always consider to help your teammates. Teammates are important and kills are important. And only a bronze player will tell you farming is important. The problem is that if you're low mana, low HP, or the chances of you getting in there in time $5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.